Okay, so first of all, what you'll need is some sort of hard drive enclosure. I've gone for this one because I tried one of the passport enclosures that work on USB only, but that kept shutting down my Firestick. I assumed because it was drawing too much power, so I went with one which just got its own power supply. There you go. You need the OTG cable, which is basically, it will allow the Firestick to have power going to it. That's where your Amazon cable or the normal power cable will plug in. That obviously plugs into the Firestick, and that's where you plug in the USB from this box into. Obviously, if you're going to do it with a hard drive, then you have your hard drive in there, which is there. Mine's the SSD, obviously. I found it runs a bit quicker, but that's basically what you need.
Okay, so once it's all plugged in and whatnot, what you'll need to do is format this. The way you get to this kind of program on Windows is you click Windows and R, which brings up the run. You type in diskmanagement.msc, click OK, and it brings up this screen. So now what we want to do is change this to FAT32. We can't do that within this, but if you're using a hard drive that you've already used before, you'll need to wipe it first. So you click right click, delete volume, and then you click yes, and that will become unallocated. It's got nothing, so the computer won't recognize it. So now what you do is right click, new simple volume, click next. That's the full size of the hard drive, so next. And it's going to assign the drive letter as E. I'm going to rename this to Firestick 4K. Then you click finish. And now it's formatting it, and you'll see it will say NTFS here in a second. There you go. Obviously don't mess with anything that says Windows C because that will mess up your hard drive. So you just want to make sure that you just work on your second disk. Okay. So that's there now. So what you now need is a program. Okay, so now what we want to do is change the format of the hard drive from NTFS to a format that the Firestick will recognize, which is FAT32. This is a program called FAT32 format. I'll send a link for that anyway. So you need to make sure it's the right drive. So here we go, Firestick 4K, drive E, volume label, Firestick 4K, so that's fine. Allocation unit size, you can just leave that as it is. Just click start and let that go through. And you'll see in a minute, this will change from NTFS to FAT32, there you go. And that's completely done now. So that's basically all we need to do from a computer to mess with the hard drive.
Okay, so this is now how to connect everything up. So what you do is you plug this end of the OTG cable into your hard drive. So obviously this end goes into your Firestick. This end goes into your Firestick. This end goes into the power cable. So my power cable is here. So you can see the big end with the normal USB connects to my hard drive. That connects to the power supply that Amazon provided you with your Firestick. Then this end will actually go into your Firestick. So my Firestick's here. Okay, so for the sake of showing you guys how to do it, I've reset my Firestick completely to scratch. So the first thing you want to download is ES File Explorer. So
ES File Explorer.
okay, so we're just going to open that up.
Go through the permissions, grant everything.
You don't need to be a premium member, it's just to show you. So now, make sure your hard drive caddy's on. That's switching on now, and you'll see a pop-up about a USB. There you go. So that's now recognized by the Firestick. If I go back here, you'll be able to see. So internally, it's using 1.16 gigabytes of space, and I've also got another 117 gigabytes available. So now from this, we want to be able to make some of that space usable to move apps to. So what we need to do is go and download a application called Remote ADB Shell. So what we do is we go on Downloader, and you need to download the app. It's from troypoint.com/radb. That's what it is. And then once you got it, you just got to install it. There you go. So mine is already installed. Go into your settings of your Firestick. Go onto My Firestick. Go onto developer options and make sure that those two are on. You want to then go on to about, find out the IP address of your Firestick. So mine is 192.168.1.15.
Back, all the way to the home page.
Go back onto Remote ADB Shell, and then you type in your IP address up there. So 192.168.1.51. Leave that as 555. And you just click connect. And it will come up with a message the first time you do it. Just allow it to completely go through. Then what we want to do is find out how many discs or the size of the discs that are attached to the Firestick. So it's SM list discs. And you'll see that the disk attached is called 8,0 there. So then what we want to do is we want to partition this disk into having space to move apps to, and also having space to, for example, record programs to. So the way we do that is we say SM partition then no.
So SM partition disk, and then you do a colon, and you say you tell this code running what to actually look at. So 8,0. How do you want to partition it? So you want it in a mixed format. Now I'm doing it as 50, so 50-50 split. So now this should
hopefully run through. Let's see. That will happen, it's normal. And then it should come back as well. There you go, now it's back as well. So just to show you what's happened there, if I go now back onto ES File Explorer, you'll see that the SD card is now gone down in terms of size. So I've basically done a 50-50 partition on my hard drive. 50 is available space to store things on, and 50 more moving applications to that. So from here, I've been testing it for the past couple of days, and I wouldn't recommend moving the IPTV application. It seems like when you move the application as a whole, it causes an issue where if you're trying to record, it doesn't record in the background because it's obviously trying to run the program from the hard drive. So I'd leave the application there, but obviously change the recording path to the SD card. Or in our case, the hard drive. It just comes up as SD card on ES Premium. What I'm going to do is I'll move over Netflix to the hard drive so I can run Netflix from that hard drive. I'll show you how to do that as well. So if you wanted to move any program, you know how to. Here, what we want to do is we want to type in the command df minus, basically minus h. So df space dash h. And what that's going to do is it's going to tell us exactly the address of each storage device. So you can see that we've got the actual Firestick, which is 5.3 gigs. We've got block 1, which is basically where we can record things to, and we've got block 2, which is basically where we're going to move the applications to. So we need this kind of long address there. So make a note of that. I'm going to quickly note that down on my laptop. Cool, so I've got that down now. So what we want to do from here is we want to find basically where the app's installed on the Firestick itself. So the way we do that is by using another code, which is
Go back here, go to space list packages. And this will bring up every installed
kind of application on your Firestick. And there we go, so we can see everything. So I'm going to look for Netflix because I'm not going to move the IPTV app, but there we go. So you can see where it is, com.netflix.ninja. That's the package name that I'm working with. If you were to do the IPTV app, if you wanted to move that over, you're looking for com.topper865.platinum IPTV. But I'm looking for com.netflix.ninja. So now what we want to do is move that package over to the hard drive. So the way we do that is we go, and this is where it's a bit long, but anyway, we go PM, move package, and then you've got to write the package address. So in this case,
com dot net fix dot ninja.
and then you need to tell it where to move it, the application to. So this is where that long address thing that I noted down comes in. So ours was C8A, or mine was, yours will be different. C18
1 8 A D 9 2 C 2 5 C 4 5 8 C dash 6 7 A 2 dash 8 FB 6 A ATT 3 AD 3.
So that's it, and then we just got to click run, and hopefully it should now move the package. It should come up with a little success if it's worked at the bottom. And there you go, you can see it, success. So now Netflix has moved from the actual Firestick to the hard drive. And I'll show you that on my applications, manage installed applications. You can see where they're installed. And there you go. Okay, so just to prove to you that it works off the USB itself, or the hard drive in my case, click on that, launch application, and it starts loading up without a problem. Now I've got to sign in the first time. That's not a problem either. There you go. To change the file path or the recording path, I'm not sure if everyone knows how to do this, so I'm just going to show you anyway. So you just go onto settings and then you go down here, recording path, change path. So right now it's on the emulated, which means it's on the Firestick itself. So I'm going to go up, it's still on storage, it's still on emulated. So now you can see here, this number 4217, that's the 60 gigs free, which we did on the split of the hard drive. So I'm going to click here, I'm going to click open, click Android, click open, and I'm just going to click select. So that's where it's going to record all the programs to now. And just to show you where that is, I'm going to go onto ES File Explorer, so over here, and you can see up here in this corner, that's exactly the same file name, the 421718EA Android, and it will record here. If I wanted to, I could create a new folder here as well. So I'm just going to do it.
New folder. Now we'll name this recordings. Oh, can't spell that.
And there you go. So now I'll go back here and just change it to recordings. So, where are we? Platinum IPTV. Settings, recording path, change path, recordings, open, select. There you go. That's where it's going to record all the recordings. That's it.